All right, so are you ready to dive deep? Because today was to tackle the enigma that is Elon Musk.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah. You think you can handle it?
Let's do it. I think what makes Musk so fascinating is that he's not just a tech CEO.
Right.
He's a cultural
It
phenomenon.
really
I
is.
mean, his ideas, his ventures, they spark debate and they inspire millions.
Yeah.
He really embodies this era of rapid technological advancement,
Yeah,
and all the possibilities and anxieties that come with it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And today we're going deep into all that.
Okay.
We've got Elon Musk is a name that sparks xac.txt. That's the document that we're going to be using for our deep dive today.
Hey.
So, are you ready to explore the mind of a real-life Tony Stark?
Let's go.
All right. His story really kicks off in a pretty extraordinary way.
Yeah.
This is a guy who taught himself to code at 10 years old,
Yeah.
sold his first video game at 12.
Wow.
I mean, I was busy trying to figure out how to beat level 3 of Super Mario Bros. At that age. It's clear that this drive to learn and create
Yeah.
was there from the very beginning, you know?
Absolutely. It's fascinating how his early love for science fiction and technology foreshadows like all his ambitions later in life.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about entertainment for him,
Right.
These stories sparked a genuine desire to just push the boundaries of what's possible, which is a theme we see throughout his entire career.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It really does feel like a superhero origin story.
I know.
But even superheroes have backstories.
Right.
Growing up in South Africa, Musk faced a pretty challenging childhood, dealing with family difficulties and even bullying.
Right. And those experiences, I mean, they probably played a role in just shaping his resilience and determination. He learned to overcome obstacles early on, a trait that would just prove so essential in his entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
You could say it was his first foray into dealing with high pressure situations
Yeah.
and finding a way to succeed.
And speaking of taking risks, can you believe he dropped out of Stanford's PhD program after only 2 days?
Bold move.
Bold move.
Very bold move.
I can't even imagine the courage it took to walk away from such a prestigious program.
Yeah.
But it speaks volumes about his willingness to bet on his own vision.
It was the height of the dot-com boom.
Yeah.
And Musk saw a unique opportunity. Instead of just riding the wave, he wanted to be a part of shaping it.
Yeah.
He identified this very specific problem.
Right.
Newspapers were struggling to establish an online presence.
Right. They didn't know what they were doing.
No, they were clueless.
Yeah.
So he co-founded Zip2, a company that provided online city guides
Yeah.
and helped newspapers kind of figure out, navigate this new digital landscape.
It was like the Wild West back then.
Oh, it was a gamble.
Yeah.
But it paid off,
Huge.
demonstrating his early ability to identify a need and develop a solution that was ahead of its time.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time. He ends up selling Zip2 for a cool $300 million.
Yeah, not a bad return on investment.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
For a Stanford dropout, right?
What?
Yeah.
Exactly. Instead of resting on his laurels,
Right?
he takes that money
Yep.
and he co-founds X.com,
X.com, that's right.
which aimed to revolutionize the financial industry.
Yeah, I mean, at the time,
It was brand new.
online banking was in its infancy,
Yeah.
and Musk envisioned this comprehensive online financial services platform.
Yep.
X.com went through several iterations.
It did.
Including a merger with a company called Confinity,
Right.
and eventually evolved into the PayPal we know today.
I mean, PayPal definitely changed the way we think about online transactions.
Oh, for sure.
I remember it when it first came out, it felt like the future had arrived.
It did. It was like, whoa.
But even with PayPal's success,
Yeah,
Musk's journey, not without its bumps in the road.
that's true. There were internal power struggles, differences in vision,
Yeah.
and ultimately, Musk was ousted as CEO in 2000.
Tough break.
Yeah. But even though his time at the helm was short-lived, his contributions to the company's development, they were significant.
Yeah, they were.
And of course, the sale of PayPal to eBay in 2002 netted him another $165 million,
Yeah.
which he would then use to fuel even grander ambitions.
Oh, yeah, even grander ambitions.
Yeah.
And those ambitions take him to a place, I mean, few have dared to venture space. I mean, who starts a private space exploration company?
That's crazy.
That's the stuff of science fiction. But in 2002, Musk founded SpaceX with the seemingly impossible goal of making space travel more affordable and accessible,
Right.
ultimately with the aim of colonizing Mars.
Yeah, I mean, you have to
That's
understand,
it's unheard of.
at the time, the space industry was dominated by government agencies like NASA.
Oh, yeah, it was like their private playground.
Right. The idea of a private company competing in this arena
Nobody believed it.
was met with a lot of skepticism.
Ridicule.
Even ridicule, yeah.
They were laughing at him.
People thought he was completely out of his mind.
Yeah.
But Musk, as we're starting to see,
Yeah?
thrives on defying expectations.
He does,
Being-
and defy them. He did.
He did. SpaceX accomplished a series of groundbreaking feats.
Unbelievable what they did.
Yeah.
In 2008, they launched the Falcon 1,
Wow.
the first privately funded liquid-fueled rocket to reach orbit.
Now, this is important because liquid-fueled rockets are much more efficient and powerful than their solid-fueled counterparts,
Yeah.
but they're also more complex to build and operate.
Yeah, for sure.
This success proved that SpaceX was a serious contender in the space race.
A force to be reckoned with.
It was a major turning point for
Yeah.
the entire industry.
The whole industry had to wake up and go,
Oh, wait a minute.
what's going on?
What's
there?
happening? Suddenly, space wasn't just the domain of governments.
Right.
Private companies could compete.
They could come in and disrupt.
Yeah, and innovate, pushing the boundaries of what was possible.
Yeah.
And SpaceX didn't stop there.
No.
In 2010, they achieved another milestone. The first private spacecraft, the Dragon capsule, successfully docked with the International Space Station.
It's mind-blowing to think about how quickly SpaceX rose to prominence.
It really is, yeah.
And it wasn't just about the technology.
Yeah.
It was Musk's long-term vision.
Yeah.
His unwavering belief.
Like he had this faith.
In the importance of making humanity a multiplanetary species.
Yeah, it played a huge role in driving SpaceX's success.
Huge role.
Right, he had this audacious goal of colonizing Mars.
Mars or bust, that's what he said.
Yeah, and each achievement was a step toward making that dream a reality.
Yeah.
And to address the issue of cost, which is a major barrier to space exploration,
Yeah.
he came up with another revolutionary idea, the Falcon 9.
The reusable rocket. What a brilliant concept.
I know, right?
By designing a rocket that could not only launch payloads into space, but also land back on Earth,
Come back.
SpaceX drastically reduced the cost of spaceflight.
Exactly. This innovation completely disrupted the industry.
Changed everything.
And paved the way for even more ambitious projects, like the Starship,
Right.
which is being designed for deep space travel.
Deep space travel, yeah.
And is a crucial component of Musk's Mars colonization plan.
Okay, so we've got rockets soaring into space, but let's not forget about Musk's other venture that was simultaneously taking off. Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah. While he was building rockets, he was also quietly revolutionizing the automotive industry.
Right?
Remember, this was a time when electric cars were seen as clunky, impractical, and, let's face it, not very cool.
Right. But Musk, with his first principles thinking, he saw beyond those limitations.
Yeah.
He believed that electric cars could be not only environmentally friendly,
Yeah.
but also high-performing and desirable.
Yeah.
And so in 2008, Tesla launched the Roadster, a sporty electric car that could go from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds.
Yeah, that turned some heads.
It turned heads and challenged the perception that electric cars were just glorified golf carts.
It was a statement car, for sure.
He was.
But it was really the Model S, launched in 2012, that solidified Tesla's position as a serious player in the automotive market.
That's the one.
It was a luxury sedan
Yeah.
with incredible performance, a sleek design, and a range of over 200 miles in a single charge.
Yeah.
Suddenly, electric cars were not only practical,
Right.
but also aspirational.
The Model S completely changed the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about being electric. It was
Right.
about being the best car on the market, period.
Yeah, they really upped the game for the whole industry.
And Tesla didn't stop there.
No?
They followed up with the Model X,
Yeah, the Falcon wing doors. Oh, yeah.
an SUV with those iconic Falcon wing doors, and then the Model 3, a more affordable option aimed at bringing electric mobility to the masses.
And all of this was happening while SpaceX was launching rockets and making history. It's amazing how Musk was able to juggle these two massive undertakings.
Right. It's why.
Both pushing the boundaries of their respective industries.
And there's a key element to Tesla's success that's often overlooked.
What's that?
Vertical integration.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike traditional car manufacturers, Tesla controls a large portion of its supply chain,
That's right.
from battery production to software development.
Yeah?
This gives them more control over quality,
Oh.
cost, and innovation, allowing them to move much faster than their competitors.
They don't have to wait for other people.
No, they're in control.
So we've got rockets.
We've got rockets.
Electric cars.
Electric cars.
What else could this guy possibly be working on?
Well, buckle up.
Yeah.
Because there's more to come.
Uh-oh.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore his ventures in sustainable energy, tunnel boring,
Right.
and even brain-machine interface.
Oh, buckle up, folks. We're just getting warmed up.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Welcome back. Last time we were charting Elon Musk's journey from, coding prodigy to tech titan, diving deep into the successes of SpaceX and Tesla.
Right.
But his ambitions don't stop there.
Oh, no.
He's got his fingers in so many pies, it's like he's trying to bake the future of humanity.
All by himself, yeah.
All by himself.
It's true. He's taken on some truly massive challenges.
Yeah.
And to understand how he tackles these, we need to talk about his unique approach.
Okay.
First principles thinking.
First principles thinking.
It sounds complicated,
Yeah.
but it's really about getting back to basics.
Okay, break it down for me. What does that actually mean in practice?
It's about questioning assumptions
Okay.
and breaking down problems into their fundamental elements.
Okay.
Instead of saying, this is how it's always been done,
Right.
Musk asks, why does it have to be done that way?
Right.
What are the underlying principles at play here?
Okay.
And by starting from scratch,
Yeah.
he often uncovers innovative solutions that others might have missed.
So it's like that annoying kid who keeps asking why.
Yeah.
Until you're ready to pull your hair out.
Exactly.
Except in Musk's case, those whys lead to revolutionary breakthroughs.
They do. They really do.
You give me a real-world example.
Absolutely. Take the Falcon 9 rocket we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
The conventional wisdom in the space industry was that rockets were expendable.
Right.
Use them once, and then there's space junk.
Gone.
Right. But Musk applied first principles thinking.
Oh, okay.
He asked, why does a rocket have to be disposable?
Yeah.
What if we could design it to land back on Earth and be used again?
And that what if led to the creation of the first reusable orbital-class rocket,
Right.
drastically reducing the cost of space travel.
I mean, it's amazing how a simple shift in perspective
Right.
can have such a profound impact.
It ties into another key aspect of Musk's approach, his risk tolerance.
Oh, yeah. He's not afraid to fail.
He's not.
In fact, he embraces failure as a learning opportunity.
He's definitely had his share of setbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those early SpaceX launches?
Oh, I do.
They didn't exactly go off without a hitch.
Mm.
I mean, there were some spectacular explosions.
There were some fireworks.
I probably would have given up after the first one,
Yeah.
but Musk, I mean, he just kept going.
Those early failures could have discouraged anyone, but Musk saw them as valuable data points.
Right.
Each explosion,
Yeah.
each setback,
Yeah.
provided information that could be used to improve the design,
Right.
refine the technology,
Yeah.
and ultimately achieve success.
It's like he has this unwavering belief
He really does.
in his vision, even when things go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not just with SpaceX.
Yeah.
Remember when Tesla was on the brink of bankruptcy in 2008?
Oh, yeah, that was a close one.
Most people would have thrown in the towel,
Yeah.
but Musk doubled down, invested his own money,
His own money.
and pulled the company back from the edge.
He has this incredible resilience.
Yeah.
This ability to bounce back from adversity.
He doesn't give up.
And I think it stems from the fact that he's not just driven by profit.
Right.
He's driven by a deeper purpose.
You're right.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
not just building companies.
Yeah.
He's trying to solve, existential problems.
Existential problems.
He wants to transition the world to sustainable energy,
Yeah.
colonize Mars as a backup plan for humanity,
Right.
and even figure out how to merge our minds with machines
Right.
to keep up with artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's like he's playing a game of cosmic chess,
He is. He is.
thinking several moves ahead.
And speaking of artificial intelligence, that's an area where Musk has expressed both excitement and concern.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
On the one hand, he sees AI as a powerful tool that can solve some of humanity's greatest challenges.
Right.
Tesla's self-driving technology is a prime example of that.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, he's been quite vocal about the potential dangers
Right.
of unchecked AI development.
Yeah.
He's even compared it to summoning the demon.
Oh, that sounds a bit dramatic.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, AI is just lines of code, right? What's he
Yeah.
so worried about?
It's not about the code itself,
Okay.
but rather the potential for AI to surpass human intelligence
Right.
and become uncontrollable.
Okay.
Imagine a super intelligent AI that can learn and adapt at an exponential rate,
Yeah.
making decisions that we, as humans, can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
It's a scenario that has been explored in countless science fiction stories.
For sure.
But for Musk,
Yeah.
it's a very real concern.
I see where he's coming from. So how does he propose we deal with this potential demon?
He believes that proactive regulation and careful oversight
Okay.
are crucial to ensuring that AI development benefits humanity
Okay.
rather than harms it.
Right.
He advocates for ethical guidelines, international cooperation,
Yeah.
and a focus on AI safety research to mitigate the potential risks.
Interesting.
He's even founded OpenAI, a nonprofit research company dedicated to developing friendly AI that benefits all of humanity.
It's interesting how he's trying to navigate both the promise and the peril of this powerful technology.
It is, yeah.
It's like he's saying, let's unlock the potential of AI, but let's do it responsibly.
Exactly. And it speaks to his long-term thinking.
Yeah.
He's not just focused on the immediate applications of AI, but also on the potential consequences.
Yeah.
Decades, even centuries down the line.
Okay, so we've covered rockets, electric cars, and now AI.
Yeah.
Is there anything else this guy's got cooking?
Oh, you bet. Remember, Musk is all about solving big problems.
Right.
So while he's busy revolutionizing space travel and transportation, he's also tackling issues like traffic congestion and the transition to sustainable energy.
Oh, right, the Boring Company.
The Boring Company.
I always thought that was a bit of a joke at first.
I know, it sounds a little funny.
I mean, digging tunnels to avoid traffic sounds like something out of a cartoon.
I know, it seems a bit outlandish, but that's Musk for you.
Yeah.
He saw traffic as a fundamental problem that needed a radical solution.
Yeah.
Traditional approaches like building more roads or expanding public transportation weren't cutting it.
They weren't doing enough.
So he thought, why not go underground?
Yeah.
And the Boring Company was born.
But it's not just about digging tunnels.
No.
It's about creating a completely new mode of transportation.
Right.
They're developing these high-speed underground systems.
Yeah, called Loop and Hyperloop.
Yeah.
Where electric vehicles travel through tunnels at speeds of up to 600 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It's like something out of a futuristic movie. It's a bold vision, and it's already being tested.
Yeah, in several locations.
Around the world.
It's happening.
The idea is to create these underground networks that bypass traffic, reduce travel times, and connect cities in entirely new ways.
I mean, it's amazing what they're doing.
And it ties into his overall goal of reducing reliance on fossil fuels. Because the vehicles in these tunnels are electric.
Yeah.
Which brings us to another one of Musk's ventures. Solar City.
Solar City.
Ah, yes, Solar City. This is where his commitment to sustainable energy really comes into focus.
Yeah.
Musk has long been a proponent of solar power as a key solution to climate change.
Yeah.
And he saw an opportunity to make it more accessible and affordable for homeowners and businesses.
I mean, Solar City wasn't just about selling solar panels.
Oh.
It was about creating a comprehensive energy ecosystem.
Right. They developed innovative financing models.
Yeah.
Offered battery storage solutions like the Tesla Powerwall.
Yeah.
And even created solar roof tiles that integrate seamlessly with homes.
It was a vision of a future where homes and businesses generate their own clean energy, reducing reliance on the traditional power grid, and contributing to a more sustainable future. And to think all of this is just the tip of the iceberg.
It really is.
It seems like Musk's ambition knows no bounds.
It doesn't.
I'm honestly exhausted just talking about it all.
I know, it's a lot.
Is there anything this guy doesn't do?
Well, there's one more venture we need to discuss. Okay. And it might be his most ambitious yet.
Oh, okay.
Neuralink.
Ah, yes, Neuralink.
Neuralink, yeah.
This is the one that really makes my head spin.
I know, it's pretty wild.
Brain-machine interfaces.
Brain-machine interfaces, yeah.
It sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
But for Musk, it's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible and ensuring that humanity keeps pace with the rapid advancement of technology.
Okay.
Particularly artificial intelligence.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more about Neuralink and why he thinks it's so important.
Essentially, Neuralink is developing implantable brain-machine interfaces.
Okay.
Tiny devices that can be inserted into the brain to interact with neurons.
That's wild.
The initial focus is on medical applications.
Okay.
Like treating neurological disorders, like Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, and spinal cord injuries.
So it has the potential to revolutionize healthcare and improve the lives of millions of people.
Exactly.
That's incredible. But I thought it went beyond just medical applications.
You're right. Musk sees Neuralink as a way to enhance human capabilities
Oh,
and potentially even merge our minds with AI.
oh, wow.
It's a concept that raises a whole host of ethical and philosophical
Yeah,
questions.
I bet.
But it speaks to his belief that humanity needs to evolve alongside technology if we want to remain relevant in the future.
Wow, it's mind-blowing to think about the implications of something like that.
It is.
It's both exciting and a little terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
It definitely raises some profound questions about the future of humanity
Right.
and our relationship with technology, and
Yeah.
that's precisely what makes Elon Musk such a compelling figure.
I agree.
He's not just building companies.
Yo.
He's challenging us to confront the big questions,
Yeah.
to think about the future we're creating, and to consider what it means to be human in an age of rapidly advancing technology.
Well said. I think we need a moment to process all of this, from space travel to electric cars, sustainable energy, underground tunnels, and now brain-machine interfaces.
It's a lot.
It's hard to wrap my head around the sheer scope of Musk's ambitions.
I agree. It's a lot to take in.
It is.
But I think that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating. We're
Yeah.
not just exploring the life of a successful entrepreneur.
Right.
We're grappling with the biggest challenges and opportunities facing humanity in the 21st century.
You're absolutely right. And as we delve into the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore what all of this means for us.
Okay.
The non-billionaire, non-rocket building folks, just trying to navigate our everyday lives.
Right. The rest of us.
We'll unpack the lessons we can learn from Elon Musk's extraordinary journey
Yeah.
and consider what his vision for the future might hold for us all.
Interesting.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of Elon Musk.
Wait.
We've covered a lot of ground. From his early ventures with Zip2 and PayPal, to his ambitious goals of revolutionizing transportation,
Yeah.
space travel, and even merging our minds with AI.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It has.
We've seen how his relentless drive, his willingness to challenge conventions,
Yeah.
and his unwavering belief in his vision have led to some truly groundbreaking achievements.
It's honestly a bit overwhelming
Oh.
to consider the sheer scope of his ambitions.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's not just aiming for incremental progress.
No.
He's trying to fundamentally reshape the future of humanity.
That's what makes him such a compelling figure. He's
Right.
not content with simply improving upon existing systems.
Right.
He wants to create entirely new paradigms.
Yeah.
And while his ideas may seem outlandish at times,
They do?
he has a track record of defying expectations
Right.
and turning what many thought was impossible into reality.
Right, from reusable rockets to electric cars that can outrun supercars, he's proven time and again that he's not afraid to push the boundaries of what's possible. But after this deep dive, I'm left wondering, what does all of this mean for the average person? How does Elon Musk's grand vision for the future impact our everyday lives?
That's a great question. I think there are several key takeaways from Musk's story that we can all apply to our own lives, regardless of whether we're aspiring entrepreneurs,
Right.
tech enthusiasts,
Yeah.
or just trying to navigate the complexities of the 21st century.
Okay, I'm all ears. What kind of lessons can we glean from this real-life Tony Stark?
Well, first and foremost, I think Musk embodies the power of audacious thinking.
Audacious thinking?
He's not afraid to dream big, to set seemingly impossible goals,
Yeah.
and to pursue them with unwavering determination.
It's pretty inspiring.
He reminds us that we don't have to be limited by conventional wisdom or the perceived limitations of our current circumstances.
Like he's saying, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it.
Exactly.
But it takes more than just imagination.
Right. It also takes an incredible amount of hard work,
Yeah.
resilience,
For sure.
and a willingness to embrace failure as part of the process.
Yeah.
Remember, Musk has faced numerous setbacks throughout his career.
Yeah. Rockets exploding.
Rockets have exploded.
Companies on the brink of bankruptcy.
Companies have teetered on the brink of bankruptcy, and he's been publicly ridiculed for his ambitious ideas.
Yeah.
But he never gave up. He learned from those failures, adapted, and kept pushing forward.
It's a good reminder that success is rarely a straight line. There will be bumps along the way, but it's our ability to pick ourselves up, learn from those experiences, and keep striving towards our goals that ultimately determines whether we achieve them or not.
Absolutely. And I think another important takeaway from Musk's story is the importance of focusing on solving big problems.
Okay.
He's not just motivated by profit or personal gain.
Right.
He's driven by a deep desire to make a positive impact on the world. Whether it's tackling climate change through sustainable energy solutions, ensuring the long-term survival of humanity through space exploration, or pushing the boundaries of human potential with Neuralink,
Yeah.
his ventures are all aimed at addressing some of the most pressing challenges facing our planet and our species.
It's like he's saying, don't just focus on making a living, focus on making a difference.
Exactly. Find a problem that you're passionate about, a challenge that ignites your imagination and your desire to make a positive impact,
Yeah.
and then channel your energy and your talents towards finding a solution. It doesn't have to be on a grand scale like Musk's ventures.
Right.
Even small acts of innovation and problem solving can have a ripple effect on the world around us.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's empowering to think that we all have the potential to contribute to a better future, even in our own small ways.
Yeah.
But it's also a little daunting to think about the future that Musk envisions.
Yeah.
I mean, self-driving cars, cities on Mars, brain-machine interfaces. It's a future that feels both exciting and a little bit unsettling.
I understand that feeling. It's natural to feel a mix of anticipation and apprehension when contemplating such radical changes.
Yeah.
But I think that's the beauty of the future. It's full of possibilities, both positive and potentially challenging.
Yeah.
And while we can't predict exactly how things will unfold,
Right.
we can choose to approach the future with a sense of curiosity,
Yeah.
open-mindedness,
Yeah.
and a willingness to adapt to the inevitable changes that lie ahead.
Well said. And perhaps that's the most valuable lesson we can take away from this deep dive into the world of Elon Musk. He's not just a tech CEO or an entrepreneur. He's a catalyst for change, a provocateur who challenges us to think differently, to embrace the unknown, and to imagine a future that's both audacious and inspiring.
And even if you don't agree with all of his ideas or his methods, there's no denying that he's pushing the boundaries of human innovation and forcing us to confront the big questions about our place in the universe and the future we're creating. That in itself is a valuable contribution.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Do you think Musk's vision for the future will come to pass? Will we be living on Mars, driving self-driving cars and merging our minds with machines in the not-so-distant future?
Honestly, it's impossible to say for certain.
Yeah.
The future is full of surprises, and technology is evolving at an unprecedented rate.
It is.
But I think what's more important than predicting the future is engaging with it actively.
Okay.
Shaping it through our choices, our actions,
Right.
and our willingness to embrace both the challenges and the opportunities that lie ahead.
Well said. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Elon Musk. We hope you learned something new, gained a fresh perspective, and maybe even got a little bit inspired to dream big and pursue your own audacious goals.
It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create.
We create it.
So go out there and make your mark.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring.